You know, it's funny because I don't play the game of football. The Detroit Lions do that. I just like to talk about them. And believe it or not, it gets tiresome. It really does, man. But I love it. And that's why you can do it. That's why, it's great doing a job that you love. And I feel sorry. I used to work at the post office and it sucked, man. I hated every second of it. But that's okay because now I'm here in front of you guys and I'm able to do something that I love to do. With that being said, man, everything is pushed up. Everything is coach looked tired in his Monday press conference, and I definitely drove 4 hours to Indy, spent 4 hours in Lucas Stadium, drove 4 hours back, was stuck in traffic for an hour, didn't get home till after 10 p.m., and I'm tired. I'm still feeling the effects of that, but here we are, man, and we're talking about the Detroit Lions defense through Week 12. Now, the Detroit Lions have been historic. They've been playing really, really good, man, with pieces that you wouldn't call too many people on the team a superstar. I wouldn't call them Jags either. None of them are just a guy, but I can't say how many people we have. To me, a superstar was Aiden Hutchinson. I think stars are Brian Branch, Kirby Joseph, Aleem McNeil. I think that on the come up is Jack Campbell. You know what I'm saying? DJ Reader is just a pillar. You could put him in the star, but we don't have any superstar players, in my opinion, on our team. You might disagree. You might think Brian Branch is a superstar. I think that he's definitely on the verge of superstar. By the end of this season, he's been a constant. And I think just like it was early to put Hutch as a superstar, Brian Branch is definitely he's definitely a star. If he doesn't play, we miss him. If Kirby Joseph doesn't play, we miss him. So I'm not trying to take anything away from Brian Branch. I just think I got to just give him a little more time, and he definitely will get that superstar status. But the Detroit Lions have been playing very well. So much so that I will say that Aaron Glenn is doing a great job, and there's no part of me that has any complaint. I think my biggest complaint with Aaron Glenn was his stubbornness the first 3 seasons. He just refused, seemed like, to really kind of adapt and adjust, and he always had something to say. But he's got his pieces, and now they're playing like it. He's coaching like it. And although there's just one real facet of the defense that is less than stellar, but you guys seem to believe it's because other teams have to pass on us a lot because they are trailing. I believe that it's because of our pass rush. That's what I think it is. I think if the pass rush was better, then the back end will be better. But that's just my thoughts. You and I can disagree. With that being said, man, here we go. This is our defensive rank through, something that I just like to do by the end because we've been talking so much about the defense. The offense has kind of been a pillar since year 2 when it found its groove. And year 3, we were top 3. And now, right now, currently, we are ranked 1 in offense. So I don't think we've ever been ranked 1 week 12 of the season. So this is the first for that. We're going to do like we did last week. This is the defensive rank. This is where it was last week. So that was through week 11. And now we are heading to week 13. So we're in 12. So you get what I'm saying. So this was last week. We're a week behind, essentially. So we're in week 13, but this is through week 12, okay? Here's what it was. We were total yards. We were 13th, a massive jump. This was our first kind of lockdown when we locked down the first team there. Total yards, we were 13th. That was up 7 spots from week 10. Passing yards, we were 27th. We were 28th in week 10. Rushing yards, we were 6th in week 10. We had moved up a spot. Sacks, we didn't get any sacks. We stayed at 16th. Points per game, we were 8th in week 10. We went up 3 spots. We're 5th in week 11. And turnover differential, we were tied for 3rd, which basically, to me, I just said we went up a spot. Because the previous rank was 4. So I was like, if we're tied, then, technically we're still we went up. Now, this is probably the biggest jump I've seen. I don't think I've ever seen all down arrows and all up arrows, but this is the biggest overall jump that we have seen when we held the initial team to 6 points. All right. This defense has not allowed a touchdown in 10 quarters, which was the first half of the Houston Texans game. That was the last time that we allowed a touchdown. Okay. Now, here is what through week 12 looks like. Now, the reason I put total yards up there is because I get a lot of comments about, this doesn't matter and that doesn't matter as far as, okay, well, sacks doesn't matter, but points per game doesn't matter, all this other stuff, right? Points per game, total yards. Total yards is what is total defense. That's why I put defense in green. I don't make the rules. I don't make the stats. But when the NFL looks at total defense, they are simply looking at yards. That's what it is. So if you go to ESPN and you look up, it'll say total defense. They rank the number one defense by the yards allowed. Okay. So total defense, we are 13th. That is no change from last or week 11. Passing yards, 27th. This is the first time that we've been this, it's 27, 28. I don't think we've ever been 26. We jumped up 2 spots. I think we only allowed 172 passing yards. We went up 2 spots from 27 to 25th. The rushing defense has been consistent all year long. The lowest I think I've seen it was 8th. It was either 7th or 8th, and that was after we played the Green Bay Packers for the first time, and Josh Jacobs essentially went over 100 yards, and then he was deducted because he was tackled behind the line of scrimmage. So he wound up finishing with 93. But it's been stellar all season long. Sacks, we actually went down. There was no change last week. We dropped 6 spots. This is the second consecutive game we got 4 sacks last week, I believe. But I think I'm confusing myself. But we went down. We got no sacks on Anthony Richardson. None. No, okay, I'm right. We didn't get 4 sacks. We got 1 because Jack Campbell and Zadarius Smith share 1. So it was a game before that we got 4 sacks that I couldn't even tell. So we dropped down. We got no sacks. We dropped down 20 or from 16 to 22. 6 spots. All right. Points per game. We went up 3. And this is the stat that you guys like to stay on because this is the one that matters to you. I agree with you because our defense really locks down in between the 20s. We have the number 1, and we're going to bring that in, so I want to spoil it. So points per game, but remember, the NFL goes by total defense by yards allowed. It's not what I'm saying. It is the NFL. But points per game is what matters because we play one way between the 20s, and then in between the end zone and the 20s is when we lock down. Turnover differential, we did not get a turnover, so we went from the number tied for 3, and we dropped down to 6, which is 3 spots. Now, moving forward, we've been bringing these in the last couple of weeks. This is the defense, the 2 stats that we don't have on there. The third down defense, okay? We are the first in the league. We are number 1 in the league, and we've been this way for weeks. Number 1 in the league in getting off the field on third down when it comes to the defense. Getting opposing offenses off the field on third down. We are number 1. Red zone efficiency on defense, we are number 2. Last week, I think this was 3, and this was number 1. We've been number 1 for the past couple of weeks, and you could really see it. I don't know if it's because I was at the game or what, but I could really see it sitting where I was in Lucas Oil Stadium. The Lions were just getting gashed. Big play after big play. Anthony Richardson, he's running. Mobile quarterbacks have always been our kryptonite. He's doing all these things. He gets in the 20, and then it's like he runs into a brick wall. He can't get nothing. It's like go, 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 go. You get down to the 4. You get down to the 3. Guess what? You kicking a field goal. And a field goal is 3 points closer to a loss. And that's exactly what happened. They kicked the field goal, we scored a touchdown. They kicked the field goal, we scored a touchdown. It's 14-6, I believe, at the half. They didn't score again, we scored a touchdown. And then we finally kicked the field goal at the end of the game. Jake Bates. That's where everything is happening at. So the defense, I was really, really hoping that the total defense makes it to the top 10. But the points per game is 2. And I'm telling you, man, we are at the point that we are really, really locking down. If our guys can stay healthy, if they can stay healthy. And I'm wondering, this video is being made before anything has happened with the removal of James Houston. We know that we're down a cornerback. We know that Carlton Davis may not be able to go. We don't know if Terrion Arnold can go. And I've seen people think that we're going to bring in a cornerback. I don't know if we worked out anybody. I have to check and see. But we got rid of James Houston. Are we bringing somebody up from that position, from the practice squad? I know that Al Caden was inactive last week. Are we just going to have him take James Houston's spot and we sign somebody in the secondary, or is there somebody else in the making? I think that it's very clear that even with Za'Darius Smith, I don't know if you guys knew this, was the highest graded PFF Lion. The lowest graded was Kendall Vildor, but the highest graded was Za'Darius Smith. Za'Darius Smith only has half a sack, but he's been in the quarterback's face since the moment he got here. He really has. I saw him light up Anthony Richardson on Sunday. He didn't get a sack because Anthony got rid of it, but he lit him up. And from Za'Darius' first game with the Detroit Lions, he was in the backfield. Time after time after time, he was in the backfield. So I don't know if the Lions are going to just keep what they have, or is there somebody they see somewhere that they'll bring up? I'm going to be a strong advocate for Jason Pierre-Paul, man. If he says he's in shape, we bring him in for a workout. I mean, at this point, we cannot. Nothing will hurt. Like literally not a single body as far as a secondary. I would not be mad if we brought in anyone, and I do mean anyone. We could go back and get Jerry Jacobs, who I clowned on when he was here. He has not played in a regular season game. At least I don't think so. I would not be mad. We are trying to win the Super Bowl. People are going to go down. You are going to have people to step up. We had Dorsey and Vildor back in the secondary last game against the Colts. We gonna have to do something. I mean, so if Jerry Jacobs is that guy, is Xavier Howard, if he's that guy, whoever, I'm telling you, man, you will hear no complaints from me. We are this close to winning a Super Bowl. If one extra body can help us get there, that is all I care about. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Don't forget about Green Gridiron as well. I want to see something. I want to see something. Don't go anywhere. Hold on, I can't resist. All right. In a whip solo, no one's gotta know. All right, hold on. Wait. I want to show you something. Wait a minute, what's that? Oh, man, are you serious? I forgot them lights in my basement was on. It's nice. I want to actually do it justice. It's gotta stand. I promise you, man, you will not see any Detroit Lions YouTube channel do this. All right, hold on. Let me get the studio lights back on. That's all right. Nobody watches this video anyway. When I say nobody, I mean, you know I'm not serious. I mean, only a few people. But anyway, why did I do that, man? I did that because Green Gridiron is having, those lights are actually on sale, and they're having a Black Friday sale that's site-wide. You get anywhere from $50 to $1,300 off. And I know, people are, it's Thanksgiving on Thursday, and then Black Friday starts on Friday. A lot of deals you're going to find. I don't know exactly when this ends, but those lights, pretty awesome, man. Comes with this little stand. You can sit, the light on and show it off, man. So if you guys want to check that out, it is going to be the pinned comment of this video. And if we could, they're really nice, man. You can also save an extra couple of dollars, man, from when you use my promo code DETSYN. Anyway, this channel is brought to you by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. And just in case you didn't know, formerly known as Chef Lions is now Motor City Don P, has his own YouTube channel called Motor City Cats. And I suggest you guys check it out, man. He's the buff-wearing content creator in these streets. He's not new to the game, but he definitely knew to some things, if you know what I mean. So consider subscribing, man. I love supporting other content creators. You just got to be careful, man, because sometimes they don't have the best intentions when they try to collaborate with you. So be careful out there. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions. You know what? My mother used to say a long time ago, if everybody's saying the same thing, everybody can't be lying. That's all I'm saying. Listen, one thing you going to know about your boy, I'm a lot of things, but integrity is the #1 way that I live. Integrity. I will always back up what I say. If I said it, I'm going to own up to it. So you never have to worry about me ever questioning am I my integrity or not. It's the one thing that I have that I'm not going to let anybody take away. One thing you won't be able to say about Lion Syndicate is he has zero integrity. But you got to be careful, man, because not everybody thinks like that. But you guys have a great night, man, and go Lions. You know you got to get your Reading Rainbow lesson at least once a day.